Travis Touchdown is back, so let's talk about it, dude. No More Heroes 3 is an exclusive Nintendo Switch action hack and slash, continuous from the previous No More Heroes series following a 11-year-old absence. Travis Touchdown finally returns, made by Suda51 and is supposedly the last of the game's series. However, that was also claimed a couple times before, and there always seems to be a new one popping up. The plot of No More Heroes 3 is pretty much Travis is on vacation relaxing because of his assassin adventures is over. However, a human named Damon saves a little small alien named Fu, which in return, Fu gives Damon powers and knowledge and a promise that he will return. Well, 20 years later in the future, where Damon is an all-powerful CEO at his company and Fu does keep his promise by returning, he comes back older, more mature, and cocky as a prince. He refers to himself as Just Baptist VI, and he claims that he's bored and wants to rule Earth. He already destroyed several other planets by this point, so Earth to him is just another step of game of conquest. However, at this time, he has an opponent that he's never had to deal with before, and that's Mr. Travis, the Assassin Touchdown. For the first time in the series, Travis isn't just saving himself from death, but now he's saving the world. Ironically, the graphics of No More Heroes 3 are the best in the series, considering that the older games, No More Heroes 1 and 2, are very old and outdated, and even still old and outdated after the remastered versions that were released on the Nintendo Switch that I played through as well. This version of the game, this No More Heroes 3, is strictly made by Unreal Engine and tweaked for the Switch in general as its main platform. So the models are more polished, the physics are there, the overall aesthetics are great. The performance of No More Heroes 3 runs extremely well with very few hiccups and frame drops, where it happens more in the late levels of the end game where there's a lot of action splattering all over the screen. There was a brief couple frame drops that I did notice, however, it was very rarely in my playthrough, and if not ever. I will say, being used to the PS5's SSD, the load times of this game, they seem very long and tedious, but that's just because I'm addicted to the SSD of the PS5 and the fast loading. But everything has to load in this game with the loading screens often, and especially when you travel through different maps or even locations in your own freaking house. The gameplay in No More Heroes 3 is where it shines and takes everything from No More Heroes 1 and adds to it. It also takes some things from No More Heroes 2 and tweaks it to be better. No More Heroes 3 is like 1 and 2 did a DBZ fusion. The hack and slash is epic, the leveling up and upgrading is very easy and streamlined. The grinding is the same as the previous games, but however, you have multiple maps to explore, a highway to drive on. Minigames are back in the 3D Prime fashion, unlike in the second game where they were mainly 8-bit, terrible, choppy bit fucking pieces of shit. But now you can go back to mowing the lawn, collecting scorpions, picking up trash, shooting alligators off the beach with a tank. The game features a sushi bar where you can buy consumables for power upgrades that you can use during battles, like healing your HP and increasing your damage. And there's even buffs that you could buy at the sushi bar that only last for one fight, but those buffs can become very costly. And then there's my favorite, one of the favorite additions in this game, where I refer to as it's morphing time, but it's basically like you get into a Gundam and you get into certain fights using this Gundam. It's like one of my favorite type things going on in this game, and I adored it. The music in the game is epic, like they always have been. The amazingly favorite music that pops up is when you're at the sushi bar. You have like this rap music playing, and it's like, I geeked out because I love rap music, and I turned up to it, and I was probably dancing around half the time and fucking on stream listening to the music. Overall, though, the goofs, the Easter eggs, and the mini parodies, the surprisingness, the funniness, the eggs again. I have to stress there's a whole bunch of Easter eggs, so pay attention when you play this game. But the mini parodies, the surprising, the appeal of the retro games, there's even retro games in there, the humor, there is some toning down of the sexiness and the foul talk. If you guys know the Heroes 1 and 2, they're very sexy, very foul talk, very bad mannered. No More Heroes 3 kind of drains it a bit. But this version in the series or this game in the series, still stands stiff on its own, and I recommend this game to any lover of No More Heroes, of Travis Touchdown, or just hack and slash anime games in general. You will not be disappointed. Pick this thing up. We here at NGI give No More Heroes 3 a 10 out of 10. Make sure you stay up to date with all the latest in gaming tech news and reviews. Smash that like, and as always, subscribe. God bless and peace.
Welcome back, Travis, to the Garden of Madness.